Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Ready up. Hey, Trent. Wide open. Red, cycle. Red, kill.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. In the discussion of how would this offense respond in week 1, game 1 of the season, boom, they come out, get the football, score it.
It's funny, didn't we ask them that question in our meetings, Brandon?
We did.
How are you going to respond? I think we got our answer, didn't we?
We did.
Straight down the field, well done.
And Howie cranks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Lance now on first down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Drill 52.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Black shot.
To throw, it's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Lance. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, check out. Three.
They run the counter with Cook. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Mustang 19. Copy Ranger.
Throwing is Hurts. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And cycle. Field, black. Yellow.
The center receiver in motion to the right. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you have the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Now a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on 1st down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. 17 yards on the fake punt, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Hey, Bronco! Not be lying! I'm not lying! I'm not lying!
Cook up the gut. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
Eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. These kickers now, used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After one, it's 9-0. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it?
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Dalvin Cook, 64 yards. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. 49ers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 28 yards. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Here we go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 36, Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Check, peek. Ready.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Dalvin Cook, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times at any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Lance. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Red, cycle. Red, yellow. Yellow, blue. Ready?
Lance looking to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Black shot. Hey,
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
field, black. Log red.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hold it ready.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 161 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Now, this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 54 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Eagles 37, 49ers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing it.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Check pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Take it in at the 3.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And a short pickup to about the 25. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Eagles send out their punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Lance now to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Again, it's Lance. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st down, Lance.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 10. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. A gain of 9 there, sets up 2nd and goal. McCaffrey, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Black shot. Steel black. Saw red. Roster 6. 6. Mega. Huge yellow.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Looking deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Here's Cook again.
to about the 35, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Here's Lance. Going for the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Here we go.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture, as now they've got a 1st and 10.
Brad, cycle. Ready?
To throw, it's Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Right there, hurt.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
55
Here's Hurts to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Hurts.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Right, 97. Striker, 23.
At the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on second down, Lance. He's got Ayuk once again. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Lance looking to throw it. Finding Gray on the out route.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And cycle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
He's tackled in the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 8 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Lance going to try to throw for this.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Hurts fumbles it.
But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. One final try now for Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the